Welcome to our Devos. We're talking about how to keep our holiness anchored in Jesus. Not in ourselves, not in what's going on in the culture, not in what's going on with people that we love and care about, but focused on Jesus. And I have a story. And here's the story. This is a little bit of a public speaking story, like something that happened to me when I was in the training room. When I was getting certified for an event, to be able to administer for the company that I used to work for, Dale Carnegie, I was there and I was being tested. And I was speaking and I was speaking and I was speaking and I was, facilitating and I'm talking and it's just me. And the coach that was in charge of the certification kind of put the pause button on. He said, stop. And I said, well, what did I do wrong? And I looked at my notes and I covered all the material and I had everything down pat that I was supposed to be saying. I didn't say anything wrong based on the manual. I said, what did I do wrong? He said, what you did wrong is you're doing too much work. And I said, what does that mean? And he goes, make them come up with some of these answers. Don't lecture. He said, ask them, what do you think about this? What do you think about how this goes? How do you think this should be? What comes to mind this? And really facilitate instead of speak. And it kind of changed my approach to facilitation. Well, this principle, believe it or not, transfers over to holiness. Sometimes when it comes to holiness, we're doing too much work. And what I mean by that is we are emphasizing our ability to be holy, when in reality we should focus on God's desire to make us holy. It's His desire. His desire is to make us more like Himself. Never are we more like Him than when we are being molded into the likeness of Jesus. And He wants to partner with us to make that happen. So, seek Him for holiness. Seek Him for holiness. Ask Him. It says in 1 John chapter 3, verse 3, everyone who thus hopes in Him purifies himself as He is pure. You focus on Him. You focus on Him. You don't focus on, I want to make sure I don't look too bad over here. No. You focus on being more like Him. You focus on getting more time with Him. How is your time with Him? Are you really understanding the Word enough to understand who He is? How is your time in Bible studies? Are you going to your Bible study? Are you going to your life group? Are you going to Rooted? Have you made commitments that are stretching you spiritually? How is your time in prayer and private worship? Do you worship God out of obligation because you come here and we're all singing? Or do you spend time genuinely thinking about Him and wondering in Him and who He is on your own? If you seek Him and you focus on Him, holiness becomes a byproduct of that. If you seek looking holy and trying to be holier than the people that are in your life, then you're just going to be like the people that Jesus condemned, the Pharisees. They majored on being comparatively holy. I'm not like the tax collector. I'm not like that prostitute. I'm not like that person that doesn't really know who God is. Well, no. But one thing's for sure. You're not as holy as He is. So if you want to become holy, seek Him first for your holiness.